Hey guys, it's John from Album Review TV coming to you on the go. I've got a very busy week this week, but I did want to get out my review of the new Chiodos record titled Devil, something that Craig Owens titled not because of, as he said, the red horned creature, whatever your thoughts may be on that. It's because of the everyday temptation in life, and I thought that was a really cool concept for a record. It's very theatrical in nature. If you watch all of the films that go along with these tracks, it's some very eerie and odd stuff, and a lot of it does tend to kind of fit with the title of the track, the theme of the track, and I thought that was something that was very interesting. This is the first Chiodos record in a while. It's been 4 years since Illuminatio. Craig Owens is back in the band now. He was not featured on that last record. Thomas from The Fall of Troy has joined on lead guitar, as Jason departed the band really just to focus on his family, and that's totally understandable. I think Thomas has brought some cool stuff from The Fall of Troy into the Chiodos style music. Like I said, very theatrical and big at times in nature. I love some of the screams found on this record. Thomas's guitar parts at times really do get pretty interesting, but it seems like he was a little bit downplayed here on the album. That's one of my complaints, is just I feel like he did not unleash his, in fact I know he did not unleash his full potential. With The Fall of Troy, what I always loved about them is the fact that they did not play in your signature time standards like for, you know, regular styled music. They played kind of out of time. He did a lot of really weird things with the guitar. He could also do and provide some of the screams for The Fall of Troy, and I don't feel like he is really just unleashed here on Devil. I feel like there are definitely moments where I see the potential for it to happen, like on R2 Me Too, one of the bonus tracks, Old Fishlips is Dead Now, Why the Munsters Matter, Expensive Conversations, and Cheap Motels. It's really just all over the place on some of those tracks, and I feel like it just could have been done a little bit better. The execution wasn't necessarily always there, but as a whole I am really digging the sound that Chiodos have made here, and I'm going as far to say it's their best record yet. My favorite previously was All's Well That Ends Well, but I think they've really outdone themselves here. Sunny Days and Hand Grenades is one of my favorite tracks, if not my overall favorite. I love the intensity of the screams here on this one. It actually does talk about some really cool stuff lyrically, which I was kind of surprised. I just thought it would have nothing to do. You know, sometimes the titles of the track, at least coming from Chiodos, won't necessarily deal with what's in the song. That's one that definitely does. Duct Tape took on a little bit more of an electronic feel almost, and still had some weird and eerie guitars in there, and I thought that was something that was really interesting to see Chiodos doing. We're talking about Practice, felt like more of a traditional styled song, but with a little bit of extra flair because they've got Thomas on the guitars. Old Fishlips is Dead Now was the first single, the first song that we got from Devil, and it really did draw me in, and it's grown on me since then. I think that it's got, like I said, it's a very theatrical in nature. It's got this big theme overarching into the storyline of this song, and I really am digging on that. I'm digging Craig's vocals on this one. It just felt like he was more passionate than he was on a lot of the other tracks. Why the Munsters Matter, though, would have to be my overall favorite here on this one. I think that one just blends true eeriness at times, and then it gets a little bit more fast-paced. Craig's vocals, the clean vocals, are really on point as well. I felt like this song was very focused as a group project and really just helped move the album forward. 3 a.m. is a track that was a little bit odd to me at first because it felt like more something that would be done by another band almost. Clean vocals on this one were actually really solid. The guitar riffs felt a little bit poppier, but at the same time I'm still thoroughly enjoying this track. Under Your Halo is a weird song for me. I like it, I want to like it lyrically, but it just doesn't quite feel right for a Chiodos track, and it doesn't really flow with this record much at all. I understand it, that you wanted to write kind of like a love style song, but there are definitely other ways to go about it without it feeling like it comes off a little bit cheesy here on this one, and also a little bit too electronic for Chiodos. It's not something that really, in my opinion, works. 3 a.m. is something that approaches the subject of love in a different way, and it talks about lost love and not feeling anything for someone else. You know, you're laying in bed with this other woman, it's 3 in the morning, that you just met her, but you don't feel anything, you're thinking about somebody else, your lost love. I think that was a really interesting interesting way to tackle it. The final track that I really wanted to talk about was Beavis Bullock. I think that was one of the most interesting guitar-wise and maybe even vocal-wise. It was pretty intense. Some of these tracks really are. That one, Expensive Conversations and Cheap Motels, Why the Munsters Matter, Sunny Days and Hand Grenades are the ones that really just, in my mind at least, stand out as the most intense tracks. I think overall, they did a whole lot with the guitar playing that was really solid. Some of the drumming felt pretty subpar to me. It didn't really necessarily help drive. It didn't actually make itself stand out, unlike, you know, the guitar, bass, and vocals all kind of jumped out to me, but the drumming, at least not on all the tracks, wasn't something that jumped out at me. But of course, this is all just my opinion. I really wanted to let you guys thought about this record. I don't think there's an extremely high replay factor here, at least for some parts of Devil, but some parts I definitely think will stick with me and other fans for quite a while. For me personally, it's a 4 out of 5. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. Make sure to check me out on Facebook and Twitter, and my vlog channel as well. I did some cliff jumping last week, which was pretty interesting and fun and cold, and a lot of other cool stuff, so make sure you check out my vlog channel and subscribe there. Hit the like button on this review, and thanks for watching Album Review TV, Beyond the Reviews.